tonight, anybody can ask me what to build.
Boom, bro. It's bro. That's a play button if I've ever seen one,
This
bro.
is bigger than a play button.
Hey, bro. Don't judge a book by its cover, bro. Bro, this is a goated PlayStation. I don't know what you're talking
What do
about,
you
bro.
mean PlayStation?
Bro, I said PlayStation.
Wait, you just said this is a PlayStation?
Chat, I did not say that.
Guys, I guess my
Oh,
logo is a PlayStation.
no, it's not. Not a PlayStation, bro.
We need to make a roller coaster.
Move, Hamlet. Move, please.
Yeah,
Anybody watching me
yeah,
live?
someone destroyed. But we should make a theme park in here.
Yeah, should. Or a zoo.
Yeah.
We should make Disneyland.
That is gonna be hours and days to do.
Look, we would have to recruit a lot of people to help us with that project.
Well,
Like,
we do
so.
have a whole Minecraft chat. We do have a whole Minecraft group chat with a bunch of true people in it.
Ah. Chad, this looks like a play button, right?
Mm, this is facing wrong.
What?
The arrow is facing wrong.
What you mean? It's supposed to go down, bro.
You sure?
Yeah, bro.
That is supposed to face right.
Oh well. Hey, bro. Nobody's perfect, alright? Hmm.
I need to listen, bro.
Like and
I
subscribe if
am
you
not.
think this is
I'm
if you
not
think
one of
this is
those
the
people.
best.
I'm
You're
not.
not gonna go to sleep.
No, I said I'm not one of those things.
You don't want to eat cottage cheese?
Okay.
What? Why would you say that about cottage cheese? What did it ever do to
Yo, how's
you?
my skin?
Your skin is skinning.
No, look.
Oh, it's Steve.
This is no. Look at my screen. Stream.
Yeah, look at your stream. You're streaming on Twitch?
No, YouTube. I started watching YouTube instead of I ended my stream.
What the frick is that?
It's Tom.
Hey, who are you?
Josh.
What?
Did you see what I typed in the chat?
Me typing in the chat.
You want to tell him what I mean by that?
You just popped up in my FIP.
See, my message says, "Hey, who are you?" You just popped up in my For You page.
Okay, if we're gonna do a Disney zoo and a theme park in here, we're gonna need a bunch of.
I guess.
We're gonna need a.
I see you.
Who's this?
He's on adventure mode.
Do you know them? Uh, so he's on adventure mode? Do you know this person by any chance? Caleb,
What?
do you know this person?
He's a friend of mine.
Oh, really now?
What?
So how long have you been friends with him?
I don't know. I have like 2,000 people at it.
About 2 years?
What's with the question?
What?
What's the questions?
2 years?
Wait, maybe we can ask.
No.
Wait, maybe we can ask him if he can help us.
Nah, bro, he's gonna blow up something. Don't trust anyone you see, bro. They could be
Nah, I'm
pedos.
not. Wait, what?
They could. You heard me. They
No.
could be.
Oh, Josh, he just called your PvP thing trash.
He called me what now?
This guy just said your PvP arena me and you worked on is trash.
Fine, then I'll kick him out.
No, not him. I'm talking about the PlayStation chat.
They just said that? No,
Well,
it's
EX
not.
skills.
No, it's not trash. Shit. Even if they say they're friendly, doesn't always mean that they're friendly. And the PvP thing is not trash, bro. It's actually goldie, bro. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
That's no. You can't even spell, bro. You said that's no the best for PvP. Bruh.
Hey, you just said don't judge my book by its cover.
Yeah, you did it again, bro. Not that. It's not the, bro. Get it right. Huh? No, the best.
Okay.
Spell them wrong. You spelled spell wrong!
Josh, he said don't judge a book by its cover.
Hey, bro. Sometimes.
Don't be like those people from Dorman.
You better. Oh.
Nah, and you're about to start a war. You're really about to start a war.
Nah, I got it. I have hella Rissa.
Okay, okay.
Yes, I'm dyslexia. Yes, I'm dyslexia. Can't even spell Dang!
Hi.
Hi, gaming. Okay, gaming. Rate this PvP. Someone in mine and my Josh's Minecraft chat said this PvP arena sucks. This
Probably
took
does.
how many hours have this took or minutes?
Uh, Probably a couple minutes.
This was not no couple minutes. What are you
Ye-
yapping about?
Yes, it was, bro. It was a couple minutes.
Oh, so it took us like 2 minutes to do. Okay.
More like an hour, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, now you're switching it.
Depends on the kit you use, but I'll
Depends
take it.
on the kit you use, but 10 out of 10. Thank you. See, someone said it looks nice.
At least somebody knows what actually art is, and some people don't know art. Oh, I get why he doesn't know. Didn't think it was good, 'cause he couldn't see the words, bro. I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
sorry.
crazy. You're wild from that.
He said it, not me. It's not my fault. I put my Brody in the washing machine when
Okay.
he was 2 years old. He cried and begged me to let him out,
What the?
but I just kept drowning him in the washing machine. Y'all like my song?
Nah.
You better like my song or else.
Or else what?
Uh,
Okay, you're not gonna become Gohan, bro, or Goku, or.
Tank Jackson Shield Tank Modern Kit 0
Not
slash 10
Goku,
because
bro.
the Elytra and the Mace
I'm
launch
going.
0
You're
and
not gonna
0.
go Super Saiyan.
I can go super poo, bro.
What?
Bro, it's called the super poo, bro. Never heard of it?
I'm typed in the FBI group.
She keeps on texting me.
Josh,
Do I hate her?
I'm
Yes.
texting in the FBI group.
Why?
Because I'm seeing who wants to help with this.
The FBI? We got the FBI on our side. Boys, we got the FBI. Sorry, got a little too excited.
Make the Discord
A little
logo.
too excited.
The Discord logo. Dog, we already made the Discord logo.
Yeah, bro, and it's the best in the world.
It's better than Steve Harrington.
Steve Harrington.
It's better
Well,
than
I don't
him.
know. Imagine they laugh at it. Already laughed at our PvP arena. Well, that was just a different person, but
I need you to see. Look how much we built.
well,
Fine, make the Nickelodeon's logo.
Fine, make that Nickelodeon logo. The Nickelodeon's easy, isn't it just letters?
Nickelodeon shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it should be. I think it's easy. I don't know. On Demon Time. Bro, every time I join my friend in Fortnite, bro, he'd be saying, it's on Demon Time.
Nah, bro, it's gonna have to be on D, bro.
On these crazy.
Bro, I couldn't fit it all, bro.
Bro,
It's
you
gonna
see
have
how
to be,
old my avatar is?
bro, it's gonna have to be on D, bro.
You see how old my avatar is?
On these nuts.
On these
Yeah.
nuts, what? Yo, sir.
What did he say?
What did he say?
Was that just voice crack or was it just me?
That wasn't a voice crack. I can No, this is what I said. What did he say? No, that wasn't a voice.
Chat, clip it.
Chad, do not clip it.
Too late.
You already clipped it, didn't you?
No, I'm too busy working on this Minecraft build to
You're too
clip it.
busy fixing the hairline. Ooh.
I made my family disappear.
Made
Yeah. What?
I made my family disappear.
Okay.
This guy just said he made his.
Okay.
This guy just said he made his family disappear. With what magic?
The magic is called a gun.
The mechanic is. The magic is called gun. Whoa. Mm-mm. Someone needs to call the FBI. Like, he just killed his whole family. Someone send help over there. Okay, I need a request because this is the last quest for the night. Shot and armor. Okay, let's delete that. Do you want the new request for the night? Oh, gaming! Did you see that 20-hour stream? I only needed 4 hours, but my stream ended by itself. I don't know why. I guess it's because my stuff was heating up so bad it ended. He got turned into fried chicken. Why does this look like that? Why does this look like Superman? Hmm. Hmm. Uh. Um. Josh. You there?
Yeah, I gotta go. Bye.
Okay. Okay. I guess it's just us guys. I guess it's just us. This is just us. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Oh, guys, I guess I'm chill and wait for some quests to pop in, and then we got y'all have an hour, and then actually, y'all have until the. Yes, y'all will have until. Y'all have 3 hours until the stream will end. Okay, three catfish and horror story animations. Let's watch some stories, I guess. Let's see what we have here. Burglar's crazy. Stranger Things is so good.
I've lived in Gary, Indiana with my buddy Hugo, who's been friends with me since high school. He'd been after me for weeks to go out and have some fun. You're fossilizing, man. Remember the old reckless days? What got into you? I finally said yes on a Thursday evening because Hugo wouldn't shut up otherwise. We got dressed and he took me to this underground club. Inside, the floor was sticky and the music was so loud I felt it in my back teeth. I got us drinks just to have something to hold, and we found a spot along the wall. Hugo was scanning the crowd the whole time, too distracted to hold a conversation. I was about to tell him to just drop whatever this was when he leaned in close. I need to tell you something, but promise me you won't freak out. He told me he'd been on one of those anonymous dating apps for a few months, running a profile under a fake name with pictures he'd lifted off some Instagram fitness account. Candace, the girl on the other end, was 18. They'd been talking for 6 weeks, and he told her tonight was the night they'd finally meet. I told him this was a terrible idea, but before I could say more, he grabbed my arm. She's here. I turned around. The girl was indeed young and gorgeous, with waist-length blonde hair. She was wearing cute dungarees and had so much makeup on that it made it hard to make out her real features. But the calmness in her eyes didn't match the rest of her face. Hugo was nervous and fumbling, and I could see him trying to figure out how to do this. All the while, Candace smiled without blinking. Perhaps that gave Hugo hope that I would be identity and age. I'm really sorry, Candace. Now, most people would have walked out or screamed or made a scene. I would have too. But Candace just tilted her head a little and said she appreciated the honesty and told us she knew a quieter spot if we wanted to continue the night somewhere we could actually hear each other. Hugo said yes before I finished the word. We walked out together into the parking lot and got into Hugo's car. Candace slid into the passenger seat while I got in the back. He pulled out of the lot, grinning like he just won $1 million lottery. He had the music low and kept glancing at Candace, leaning toward her when he talked. At one point, he caught my eye in the rearview mirror and wiggled his eyebrows like we were 17 again. I looked away. The city thinned out fast. The streetlights got sparse before it stopped altogether. We were on a two-lane road outside Gary, with flat, dark fields on either side and nothing ahead of us but Hugo's headlights cutting into the black.
Remember, I promised I'll make it for you.
Suddenly, Candace reached into her bag and pulled out a small Ziploc of individually wrapped candies. She held the bag over her shoulder toward the back seat first, then offered one to Hugo. Hugo grabbed one, popped it into his mouth, and showered Candace with compliments. I took one, made a show of unwrapping it, held it against the inside of my cheek, and worked it out with my tongue when she turned back to face front. Hugo was mid-sentence, something about a restaurant he wanted to take her to, when his words started sliding into each other. His head dipped and his hands went loose on the wheel. The car drifted toward the gravel shoulder before I lunged forward and grabbed it. Hugo! Hugo! He was a dead weight against the seat, chin to his chest. The girl pulled the handbrake and we jerked to a stop on the side of the road. My own vision was going soft at the edges. My heart started pounding as I gripped the headrest and told myself to stay up. Candace didn't move an inch.
You damn swallowed it.
She hissed, watching me in the rearview mirror. I didn't answer. My arms were shaking, and mine was going numb. My eyelids felt heavy too. Unbothered, she turned around in her seat and started going through Hugo's jacket. She pulled out his wallet, phone, watch, and keys.
You thought only he could count this.
She giggled, holding up his wallet like she was inspecting it.
A 42-year-old man chasing a teenager. That would never learn.
She turned and snatched my phone and wallet too, before she pulled out a knife from her jacket pocket and stabbed Hugo in the ribs. My eyes popped open, and sweat slicked my palms. I opened my mouth to scream, but sound wouldn't come out. She giggled, pulled it out, and shoved it into his body again. She did it many so times, I lost count past 6. In seconds, the stench of blood filled the car. Somehow, I got the door open. My legs hit the gravel and buckled. I went down on both hands, got back up, and limped along the road shoulder in the direction we'd come from. Behind me, I heard the door open, followed by her footsteps on the gravel, but she wasn't chasing.
He deserved it.
She called out.
You probably have.
Then the engine turned over, and Hugo's car drove past me into the dark. I walked for close to 20 minutes before a truck slowed down for me. I was shaking so badly the driver thought I'd been in an accident. I couldn't explain what had actually happened. I just asked him to call 911. Hugo was still in the car when the police found it 2 miles up the road. He had lost too much blood to make it. They never found Candace. The dating profile she'd matched with Hugo on had been deleted before the police even pulled the records. I'm Rochelle from Fayetteville, Arkansas, and I'll be honest, I was the last
What the
person
frick?
expected to meet someone online. I made fun of those apps for years, said I wanted something organic, whatever that even means when you're 23 and spend half of your life on your phone anyway. But my roommate dared me to try it in January, saying I had nothing to lose. So I signed up. I matched with Walter 2 days in. His profile was simple, with only a few snaps from a hiking trail and a farmer's market. He worked in property management and liked documentaries on making fish from scratch. I thought it was charming. We talked every day for 3 months.
Okay, anybody have any quests?
He told me he lived about 2 hours away in a small town I'd never heard of. We kept planning to meet up in person, but something always came up on his end. He'd have to work late, or his car would break down, or some family emergency would pop up. After months of this, I was getting really frustrated. I liked him a lot and wanted to actually meet face to face. Finally, he said he was free on a Saturday and told me I should drive out to his place. We could have dinner at my house, hang out, and really get to know each other. I told my roommate where I was going and left on a Saturday morning in March. It took a little over 2 hours. The town was really small and quiet, with lots of trees and old houses. His place was at the end of a residential street. When I pulled up, the house was really nice. It was a big 2-story with a well-maintained lawn and nice landscaping. I parked and walked to the front door and rang the doorbell. Walter answered in minutes. He looked older than his pictures, maybe mid-40s instead of early 30s, like he'd said. But people use old photos all the time, so I tried not to judge. Walter started giving me a tour of the whole place and kept talking about money, how his family was really wealthy, how the house had been in his family for generations, and how much everything cost. That couch is imported from Italy. The dining table is custom made. It was weird because online he'd always been really humble and never mentioned money at all, or talked about his family being rich. Now that's all he wanted to talk about, like he was trying really hard to impress me. It was honestly kind of annoying. We went upstairs and he showed me the bedrooms with big windows. When we got to one door at the end of the hallway, it was locked. I asked what was in there, and Walter got weird about it. He laughed it off and said it was just storage with old family stuff, dusty and full of cobwebs. Nobody's been in there for years. He shocked. But when I looked down at the doorknob, I could see fingerprints, along with dark brown stains near the handle. It looked like dry blood. My stomach turned, but I kept my mouth shut. I told myself it was probably just rust or old paint or something. I was being paranoid for no reason. We went back downstairs, and Walter said he was going to make us dinner. He seemed really proud that he was cooking for me, and said he was making chicken stroganoff. I sat at the dining table while he cooked in the kitchen. He kept rambling about investments and stuff. I was barely listening anymore. I kept thinking about that locked room upstairs, and about those stains in the doorknob. Something felt wrong about this whole situation. When the food was ready, Walter brought out 2 plates and served me this big portion. It actually looked really good, with creamy sauce and chicken pieces and mushrooms. I picked up my fork and got a spoonful ready. Suddenly, I spotted a whole human toenail in the sauce mixed in with the chicken. My heartbeat picked up. I blinked and looked again to be sure. It was really a toenail. It was chipped and dirty, with dried blood caked on it. I froze, and my mouth dried up. Walter was eating his food like nothing was wrong, smiling at me and asking me how it tasted.
It's really good. Can I use the bathroom?
Down the hall. I got up and walked toward the hallway, but went to the living room instead. There was a window with a crack in the corner. I tried to open the car. It was stuck, but I kept pulling until it opened. The broken glass cut my arm, and I squeezed through and dropped outside. I ran to my car, locked the doors, and started driving without looking back. I kept checking the mirror to ensure I wasn't being followed. My arm was bleeding, but I kept going. 20 minutes later, I pulled over and wrapped my jacket around it. I called the police from the payphone and told them, anonymously, that something was wrong with that address before I drove home. 2 days later, the police found the real Walter's body in another room. He'd been dead for weeks, stabbed with a screwdriver. The guy I met was his neighbor, John, who'd murdered Walter and taken over his identity and everything. John had been messaging me for 3 months. Police said I wasn't the first girl. They found evidence of 2 other women and are still looking for bodies. I'm 24 now and moved to Seattle. I deleted my videos and welcome my because I keep thinking how close I came. If I hadn't seen that toenail, I would have ended up in that room too. And John would still be out there as Walter, still looking for his next victim. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I moved to Pittsburgh for college when I was 19, and it was honestly the worst decision I ever made. My roommate was never around. He had all these friends in high school who went to Pitt too. She was always gone with them. I couldn't make friends no matter how hard I tried. Everyone already had their groups from orientation or whatever. I tried joining clubs, but ended up feeling like a sore thumb. So, I spent most of my nights alone in my dorm, crying and feeling like a complete loser. I called Megan, my sister, 3 times a week, begging to come home, but she kept telling me to give it time and make an effort.
It'll get better, sweetie, I promise.
When it didn't, she told me to download a dating app to make connections.
You probably need someone like me.
Ryan slid into my DMs after I posted about a concert I was going to. It was some indie band no one's ever heard of, and he said he had the same album on vinyl. I thought that was kind of cute. So we started talking and clicked. He said he was attorney and was too busy to go out and date. He was funny with how funny, asked me questions and remember things I mentioned in passing. By the second week, we were on the phone every night. Megan was the only person who knew about me. When the appraisal came, she took a transfer and moved to Columbus so she could be close enough to check on me. We could get coffee on Sundays, and I'd show her his messages. She'd smile and say I deserve this.
Be careful, okay?
She'd ask. Ryan and I never video called. He said his camera was broken and pulled him my blade. I didn't want to be the girl who pushed and scared someone off from wanting too much too soon. But then, things started to change. Around week 4, he told me he thought he was being followed. I laughed, thinking he was joking. I'm serious, Sam. There's a car that's been outside my building for 3 days. I know how that sounds, but I'm not making it up. The fear in his voice made me super nervous. I told him he had to report it. He mumbled something about maybe knowing who it was and said he'd handle it his own way. I told him I totally believed him. The texts from Ryan started getting more urgent and ominous. He was constantly paranoid of being watched and followed. He told me he was anxious and that they would hurt me too if they found how precious I was to him. He asked me to be careful and tell him everything about my day. Before I knew it, I started looking over my shoulder every time I went out. Ryan told me to stop talking to anyone I don't know. Don't tell anyone about this, Em. I can't trust anyone. It'll get better. I'm trying, I promise. I pulled back from the few people I'd started talking to at school. There was a girl in my econ class named Maya who kept inviting me to her study group. I turned her down too. Ryan was really happy about it, but I was breaking inside. I couldn't live in constant fear where I couldn't even sleep without checking logs. The panic attacks started to hit, and got worse. Eventually, Megan noticed. She started texting more and showing up with coffee. She'd sit with me and listen. She kept asking how I was sleeping and if I was eating. It was Thursday night in February, and she was over at my dorm. She was in the shower while I read my notebook. Ryan hadn't replied to me in over an hour. Panicked, I kept dropping texts while Megan's phone buzzed constantly. I paused for a second, suddenly hyper-aware. I sent another text, and right on cue, her phone buzzed again. My eyebrows shot up at the nexus. I tiptoed to the desk and picked up her phone. I unlocked it, and my soul nearly left my body. 6 weeks of texts with Ryan were right there. I found a voice-changing app on her phone, along with threads of AI, using which she had fabricated all those shitty stories. My heartbeat picked up, and my hands started shaking. My own sister had catfished me. I was still hunched over the phone when I felt a presence behind me. I hurriedly turned around. She whispered. I couldn't get words out. My heart was pounding in my chest.
You were crying.
I choked. She nodded with a smile. I threw the phone onto the bed. I think I was shaking.
Why? For 6 weeks, Megan. I told you everything. I thought I was falling in love with. I know. Why?
She kind of just sank onto the edge of the bed, like her legs were suddenly too tired to hold her up. And then she spilled it. She told me she totally freaked out when I went off to college. Said it had always just been the two of us our whole lives. Suddenly, I was 3 hours away, building a whole new life. She was terrified I wouldn't need her anymore. She was scared some dude would show up. I'd get wrapped up in my own world, and she'd just lose me.
So you became the guy. I thought if someone broke you enough, you'd loathe it. You're keeping me alone, Megan. That's what you were doing.
She didn't argue with that. I asked her to leave, and she did. We didn't speak for 2 months after that. Therapy helped, eventually. So did Maya from Econ, who turned out to be the best thing that happened to me that year. Megan and I are in a better place now, but I still can't bring myself to forget what she did and forgive her. And I still flinch when someone says they have the same album on vinyl. Some things don't go back to normal. They just go forward into something different. I was the only one who said no. We all lived together in that oversized, overpriced New York apartment, with cracked ceilings and green roofs heavier than our suitcases. Emily, Brooke, and I had come to the city chasing the same thing: runways, casting calls, and our faces on billboards instead of subway ads. When Emily announced she had gotten an Ozempic prescription that felt less like a medical decision and more like a career
Hey. Fine, make the Nickelodeon's logo. On these nuts. I made my family disappear. The magic is called a god.
Okay.
did not make it. At first, it looked harmless. Emily and Brooke decided to share the prescription to save money. They made a chart on the fridge with days, doses, and target weights written in red marker. They called it accountability. They said it was support. I watched them inject each other in the bathroom mirror. It was some twisted bonding ritual. The changes came too fast. Their meals grew smaller until they were more symbolic than real. Half an apple, split 3 ways, black coffee for dinner. If one of them lost more weight in a week, the other would smile too tightly and start counting calories out loud. What started as encouragement turned to sharp and quiet, like a blade you did not see until it touched you. Emily became obsessed with control. She hid food in her room and accused Brooke of sneaking snacks at night. I would hear her pacing, weighing herself over and over, spinning against the bathroom floor. Brooke reacted differently. She grew secretive. I caught her once in the bathroom, injecting herself on a day that was not hers. She looked at me like a trapped animal and begged me not to say anything. They started watching each other's bodies like enemies. Their fingers dug into each other's waists, and their eyes lingered too long on each other's collarbones. Compliments became accusations. Your thighs look thinner meant you stole from me. They stopped sleeping at the same time and stopped trusting me. Hair between them. I tried to intervene. I told them they were scaring me. Emily said I was jealous. Brooke said I did not understand what it took to survive in this industry. One night, I heard them fighting behind the bathroom door, arguing over milligrams like it was life or death. That was when I realized it was. I started locking my door at night, not because I was afraid of strangers, but because I was afraid of the girls I had moved here with. The city outside was brutal. what was happening inside our apartment was worse. I had watched ambition turn into obsession, and obsession wrought into something hungry that never knew when to stop. I found Brooke on a Thursday morning, the kind of gray New York morning where the light never fully comes in through the windows. The bathroom door was half open. I remember thinking the scale was in the wrong place, tilted like it had been kicked. Then I saw her. Brooke was collapsed on the tile, one arm twisted under her, her face pressed sideways against the cold floor. Her eyes were open but empty, staring past the base of the toilet like she was still waiting for a number to appear. I screamed until my throat burned. Emily came running, barefoot, hair wild, swearing she had no idea what happened. She kept repeating the same sentence over and over, rocking back and forth in the hallway while the paramedics worked.
It wasn't her day. It wasn't her dose.
She sounded more confused than scared, like the rules mattered more than the body on the floor. I had to call 911 because I wanted to know what happened to Brooke. Emily swore she never touched Brooke's medication. She cried, begged, clutched at my arms like I could confirm her innocence just by standing there. For a moment, I almost believed her. Almost. But then the cops showed us the footage. We always knew that there were cameras in our apartment for basic safety, but never really cared until that day. Emily watched it with me, her face draining of color as the screen played. It was on the hallway camera outside the bathroom, time-stamped at 3:17 a.m. Emily's door opened slowly. She stepped out barefoot, eyes half-lidded, and movements stiff and unnatural. She walked into the bathroom carrying the injector. Minutes later, the camera caught her reflection in a mirror through the open door. She leaned over Brooke's body, whispering.
You're ahead of me.
She said softly, almost lovingly.
I can't let you win.
Emily collectively screamed when the video ended. She kept saying she did not remember any of it. The doctors later called it a psychotic episode, worsened by starvation, sleep deprivation, and obsession. The law still called it murder. Emily was sent to a mental institution, handcuffed and shaking, her bones jutting out like she had already started disappearing. I never went to see her again. The apartment feels haunted now, not by Brooke's death, but by the girls they used to be. I flew up the scale. I scrubbed the bathroom floor until my hands bled. But sometimes I still see her there when I close my eyes. Sometimes I hear the whispering. I'm relieved I never took the injections. That relief sits heavy in my chest, tangled with guilt and fear. Because at night, when I finally sleep, I dream of charts on the fridge and numbers that never stop dropping. I dream of waking up with a syringe in my hand and no memory of how it got there. And I wake up wondering how close I came to becoming just another body beside the scale. The drug.
You came for what you needed, but then you stopped by the tasty bar, wandered down an aisle you didn't plan to, and suddenly you're discovering flavor somewhere around the world. At Simpletons, it's never just a shopping trip, it's an experience. Go to Simpletons.com/system and news.
Do you support Israel and the Jewish people? Now, more than ever, Israel needs committed friends around the world to voice their support in the struggle for peace and security, especially as terrorists seek to wipe the Jewish state and the Jewish people from the map. You can show your solidarity with Israel and the Jewish people by requesting your free U.S.-Israel flag. This is a gift from the fellowship to you as we say Todah Rabbah. Thank you so much for helping spread this crucial message of support. Join the thousands of supporters and wear it proudly everywhere you go to show your unwavering support for Israel and the Jewish people.
The address was 4782 Brookfield Lane. It was one of those cookie-cutter suburban streets, where every house looked the same. I've been doing DoorDash for 8 months by then and knew the neighborhood like the back of my hand. Brookfield was always busy. People mostly tipped well and left their porch lights on. It was maybe 10:15 when I pulled up. The house had warm yellow lights glowing in the windows and a wreath on the door. Everything seemed routine for a late-night Tuesday delivery. I grabbed the bag and headed up the walkway. A woman who looked to be in her mid-30s answered the door. She was wearing faded jeans and a blue cardigan, and her hair was pulled back in a messy ponytail. She had a tired mom smile. 2 large pizzas, breadsticks, and a Coke, ma'am. She nodded and handed me 2 20s before I even said the total. The order was $23. Oh, let me get you some change. She hissed. $17 tip on a Tuesday for pizza. I probably thanked her 3 times. I was turning to leave when she stopped me.
Hold up. Let me check it out. Go something.
I nodded as she stepped inside. She had left the door cracked open about 6 inches so I could see into her hallway. There were family photos on the walls, and the carpet was beige and extremely dirty. When 5 minutes passed and she didn't show up, I pulled out my phone and started scrolling. Suddenly, voices started whispering from somewhere inside the house. I crept closer and could hear footsteps moving deeper into the house. The woman was talking to someone. The tone was low and intense. I couldn't make out words, but she sounded upset.
I'm
The
so
conversation got
bored.
louder. I shifted uncomfortably, trying to remember if I had spotted anyone when she answered the door. I was sure the house had seemed empty, but now there were definitely 2 voices going back and forth. Hers and someone else's, probably a guy. I thought about just leaving. I had my tip. The order was done. But something made me stay there. It was curiosity, or maybe that weird gut feeling when something doesn't add up. Suddenly, the voices stopped, and footsteps came back toward the front door. The door opened wider, and the lady peeked out. She stared at me, but her whole face had changed. The smile was gone. Her expression had gone completely blank. She looked at me, then past me into my car parked at the curb, then back at my face, like she was trying to work something out. Then she frowned and said,
Why are you still alive?
my blood ran cold. She had to be kidding, but she looked genuinely confused.
What's up, chat? Do any of y'all have requests I can build? Cause yeah.
Expression, waiting for an answer I didn't have. Before I could say anything, she stepped back and slammed the door shut. I heard the deadbolt slide into place and the chain lock while I stood there like an idiot, trying to make sense of what just happened. Through the window next to the door, I watched the lights start going off one after another. The front room fell dark first, followed by the hallway, then the kitchen in the back. It kept going until the whole house went dark and silent, as if nobody had been there at all. My phone buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out with shaking hands. The DoorDash app showed the order as completed. The delivery was rated 5 stars with a $17 tip confirmed. Everything looked totally normal on my screen. But I was standing on a dark porch with my hands shaking, and I couldn't stop hearing her voice asking why I was still alive. I walked back to my car, got in, locked all the doors, and sat there staring at the dark house for a solid minute. I looked down at my hand, the 2 20s still clenched in my fist, wrinkled and damp with sweat. She tipped me before I even gave her food. Most people tip the app, or they tip after they get their food. But she pulled out cash immediately, like the money had been sitting there ready. I started the car and drove away. I only made it about 2 blocks before I had to pull over because my hands were shaking too hard to steer. When I got home, I called DoorDash support and told the guy something weird had happened on my last delivery. The app before he hung up. I drove past that house 3 times over the next week. Couldn't help myself. Every time it looked the same. The lights were on. There were cars in the driveway, and the wreath was still hanging on the door. me I never saw. And the way she looked at me like I wasn't supposed to be standing there, alive. I'm 25 now, and I still deliver food, just with a different app. I've probably done 2,000 orders since that night, but I never went back to Brookfield Lane. And whenever I get a delivery to a quiet street with nice houses and warm lights in the windows, my chest tightens up. I check the address 3 times, just to make sure it's not 472. Because I still don't know what she expected to find when she opened the door the second time. But I know I should be grateful I wasn't there. I started my OnlyFans account. The Beast, the Dragon, the Four Horsemen, Revelation's most chilling figures are not fantasy. They're real, and their influence will shape our world. But who and what are
Used to, no. Video over, no. Probably. Yeah, yeah, why?
Ew. Maybe Matt Gassel. He lied to you. He's trying to scam you. Don't trust him. He scammed me before. I don't know this guy. I only know back chasing Nate. Who are you, Chris? I don't even got you at it. I don't even got a number. Tism's hard. It's not a number. Tism's hard. It's not a number. It's not a number. Alright, back. Alright, back. Watch this. Christian 92546785527. That you? That's you? Not my fault you scammed me. Pistol Papa. Yo, who is this? Yo, what are you talking about? Holy cornball. Yo, demon time. Do you not hear him? Yeah, you don't got no dead homies, but your dog.
What a... I swear. And this kid wants to blow up everything. That's wonderful. What a dumbass. Okay.
A giant statue of a cat.
Are we
What was
joking
built
me
to
right now? Dude. Okay, bro. I swear, this kid destroyed this freaking build also. Dude, what the fuck is this kid's problem? Hold on, I'll make y'all stuff in a minute. Freaking kid wants to join and destroy this freaking. The fuck is this? Dude. This took me like 30 minutes to do. And thank you for that comment. Appreciate it. Dude, okay, he wants a cat. I don't have to get this gun. Kid, these. Chat, I am so sorry, chat. Special difficulties. Special difficulties, guys. So our chat, we what the fuck? I'm gonna crash. Like why, dude? Why the fuck would you do that? Guys, hold on, chat. This some dickweed wants to blow shit up. So dude, I don't even fucking care about this housing. It's okay. And yeah, blow up that shit also. Nice. So where is it? Where's it at? Where? Okay. What the fuck? Dude. Like, Okay. That's nice, I guess. This is nice. Okay. I don't give a shit about what this looks like no more, dude. Some dumbass fucking pathetic piece of shit wants to blow this shit up. Fuck him, dude. That's... Oh my god. Okay. A...
Guys, I'm so sorry for the special difficulties. A kid joined and blew up some of my builds.
I'm gonna crash.